Chapter 8, Dissensssionss. Early the next morning at Arthas's new base camp.
I apologize, emissary, but the prince is away on an errand. What brings you to this desolate place?
By royal edict, you men are to return to Lordaeron immediately. Lord Uther has convinced the king to recall this expedition.
We're to just pick up and leave?
That's correct. My men report that the roads from here to the shore are held by the undead. You'll need to find an alternate route back to your ships.
To hell with the undead. We'll cut our way through the woods, man.
Captain, why are the guards not at their posts?
Well, my lord, your father had our troops recalled at Lord Uther's request.
Uther had my troops recalled? Damn it! If my warriors abandon me, I'll never defeat Mal'Ganis. The ships must be burned before the men reach the shore.
Isn't that a bit much, lad?
Burned down to their frames. No one goes home until our job here is done.
This is a pretty cool mission. What we have to do is we have to take the long way around, which, as they said, was full of undead, before all of these peasants chop through the trees and get to these sailboats. We have to go around, kill all the boats before they get to them.
Shall be done.
Also, this mission was the very first time in my life that I ever heard the word emissary before, and it's a really cool vocab
We'll
word.
need more men to fight our way through the undead.
I've come across a few mercenary camps up here. Perhaps we can hire a few of them.
Justice.
And you also might not really know this. It's a pretty small little piece of trivia. The unit that the emissaries were getting on, it's the blue cyan kind of flying thing that they took, is actually not a human unit. That's an orc unit.
Justice.
And it was really kind of strange that they bothered to use that unit. I guess they didn't really have an equivalent flying, transporty type of unit for the human side, but just a little fact. I think that actually in this game you might be able to hire them as mercenaries sometimes. I don't know that for sure. It's been a long time since I've played much past the human campaign, but I definitely know that that is an orc unit from Warcraft II.
Let's do this.
And it was the scouting unit. It is actually the equivalent unit to the Dwarven flying machine that we saw in the previous one. The anti-air unit that we had, which could also bomb things, and it had a really far range of sight.
For forcing me to do this.
So, mercenaries.
Hello.
As you can tell, Arthas doesn't care much for mercenaries, but we will go ahead and hire them. We'll get the priests, who are literally just the priests. And let's hire some ogre warriors. As you can see, this uses up our money and our food, and that is a fixed amount that we get. We don't get any more than that. Let's get.
I'm here to help.
This looks like a pretty formidable force.
For honor.
Lots of ranged guys, but we do have one ogre to help us with the on the melee front.
A sound.
I think we will have to go ahead and use our crafty little mortar team action. Where is the other one? We have two. There it is.
Come on,
And we'll perch them over here and hope that there's no undead waiting on this ridge. There don't appear to be.
The light is my strength.
And the undead will march right into my guys, leaving the mortar teams to fire onto this tower at will. I'm pretty sure the map was designed specifically for this strategy, so, you know, I know what I'm doing. Usually, anyway. Let's continue to have the mortar team take this high path so that we don't completely do something like that. And let's make sure that, yeah, okay, they're not going to get attacked too badly, I don't think. We will definitely keep our mortar teams up in this high path as long as we possibly can. Come on, guys. There we are.
They're dead. I'm here to help.
And I think that if any ghouls... Uh-oh.
Hello.
That's not good.
Mortar.
That's also not good. There we are.
Is there danger?
So all the ghouls that do decide to attack, we'll put these people on control group 2 so we don't keep accidentally ordering them about. And we will move him out of the attack range. Perfect. There we are. I'm recording this super late at night, so I think that I'm probably going to be making lots of little mistakes. And I hope I'm not going to be repeating myself too often or anything like that either. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta get an episode out. Let's also kill that thing, even though it doesn't appear to be able to attack us. But no reason to let our Ogre Warrior die there. No reason to risk anything. Yeah, this is a regular old ziggurat. Basically the farms at the undead side. I don't know if this Ring of Regeneration provides an aura of regeneration. No, that's just the regular. That's just for that hero alone. We'll put the entire force onto control group 0 so that I have a quick way of getting to the units as a whole. And we will go ahead and kill this ship right now. Get our, as you can see, we can only hit the ships if we have mercenaries.
But there are still more ships to deal with. For honor.
Either that or we can use Muradin's little hammer tossing ability. But that's just to kind of punish you for either not carrying mercenaries with you or letting all your mercenaries die. Here we go with some more Nerubian warriors. I think that that's just a regular creep camp, nothing too special about them. But we will use, yes, I forgot, Nerubian warriors aren't technically undead. The undead version of the Nerubian warriors, the Crypt Fiends, are undead. So you cannot use our Holy Light and nuke them as you would be able to if they were the undead version. As you can see, the Nerubian peoples also have ziggurats. There's this really big connection between the Nerubians and the undead, and I do not remember what it is at the moment. That's unfortunate, but we will probably see it when we... no, we lost a mercenary. We will probably have all such mysteries revealed to us in time as we work our way through this game. I don't think the queen is being healed by anybody. I think that they're just super duper tough. Yeah, they're really tough. At least they don't spawn little spiderlings like the other Nerubians tend to do. They do spawn quite a large number of skeletons instead. I didn't really seem to notice them. Oh well, from now on I will pay attention and make sure that when I see, let's attack on the ziggurats, because why not? I will pay attention and look for little silvery gray things and make sure that they don't mess us up as badly as they just did just then and there.
Of course.
So yeah, this mission is pretty profound narratively in my opinion, because he's actually like betraying his own people now, and he has to kill his own people to, well, he doesn't kill them, but he does have to kill his own boats and stuff. So he's really, Arthas has really gone past the point of no return at this point. And that's going to be kind of themes that we see as we move through the rest of the missions and the rest of this campaign. But I guess that dramatically you could probably say that at this point he really truly seals his own fate. And I mean, you could make arguments that it happened earlier when he was talking to Jaina about coming out here in the first place, but I think that this is symbolic of him making his real final sacrifice to this entire expedition. So we got some Ogre Magi. They're great mercenary units. As you can tell, they make people really, really tall and buff. But no, they have a spell called Bloodlust, which they auto-cast on all the friendly units. And what it does is it makes them have increased attack speed and increased attack damage. This was something that they had in Warcraft II as well, when the ogres were actually units. We can purchase Goblin Sappers. They're interesting guys. we'll talk about them very shortly after
You're kinda
discussing
slow for a human,
Bloodlust.
aren't you?
Is there danger?
And it was basically it just wrecked everything in Warcraft 2. It was super duper powerful. Here's another unit from Warcraft 2, the Goblin Sappers. You used to be able to just train these guys. And they have no regular attack. They have no armor. They can't seem to walk down ramps. Come on. Move, 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 move. There we are. But they can go kaboom. And they blow up a single tree. Usually they do a lot better than that. That one didn't go so hot.
Let's get moving.
I stand
But,
for the light.
well, if we run out of all these guys, as you can see, we can also attack the trees with our mortar teams, which I think we've done once or twice. Yeah, that worked much better. Do we have a third
Is there
group?
danger?
I think we do. Yeah, there's our third sapper. So in Warcraft 2, the Goblin Sappers were really interesting because they could also blow up the terrain, and they would blow up mountains and stuff, and it was basically the sort of thing that you're seeing here with the trees, but you could do it with a lot more than just trees. You could do it with mountains, you could do it with,
For honor.
well, buildings, of course, and I think that they're still really, really powerful against buildings in this game.
Certainly.
But they formed a very unusual part of the strategy that you had in that game.
Sound plan.
All that stuff got taken out in this one because they really
I
didn't serve
stand for the
much of a
light.
purpose with the new way that they wanted to structure the combat to be less about your
course.
army and more about your heroes. Dragons! Okay. Sorry, ogres, you're going to be in for a little bit of fun. Let's go ahead and throw our storm bolts at the units that we're not focusing down for whatever reason.
A sound.
Come on, Berserker. Oh, Berserker died. That's okay. We'll have another storm bolt in a second. We can just instantly kill these little whelps, which I guess is the term for baby dragon. Let's learn Thunderclap, why not?
It's hammer time.
Alright, so coming up just around this corner is one of the more interesting segments in this entire level.
Get it on.
Is there danger?
And
Can I help you?
what we're going to do is we're going to purchase an Amulet of Recall.
light is my
We're going to put it on Arthas. We're going to drop the Claws of Attack
A
on
sound
there
plan.
to just buy a little bit of gold. And what the Amulet of Recall does is it just summons a group
sound
of
plan.
units all to the unit that uses the amulet. And there's no way we can get through this gauntlet of all these towers with our whole army. But Arthas can go ahead and use his Divine Shield,
Of course.
which makes him invulnerable to any sort of
A sound
damage
plan.
for, I think that we have it
Of
at
course.
about 30 seconds
A
now.
sound plan.
No, we can't possibly have it at that much.
Of course.
That length of time.
For honor.
But as you can see, it was definitely enough to just safely get through there. We will teleport all of our units. And
I stand.
Well done.
bam.
Only one ship remains.
For honor. A sound plan.
And we're pretty much done
For
with this
honor.
entire mission now.
Certainly.
Just have to get through the remaining forces, which, if I remember, are nothing more than we've already been seeing so far. Just assorted groups of necromancers and Nerubians and other sorts of fun little guys that we've been dealing with already. This kind of, I think that they put this in to further cement the idea that necromancers plus graveyards equals a lot of pain,
Sound.
because it's not entirely obvious when you're playing as the humans or playing against the undead that they have the access to the corpse spawning buildings here. And as you can tell, necromancers, they will summon skeletons out of dead bodies, and these buildings spawn those dead bodies. Well, I suppose that they are doing the best job they can at making it super clear, but I remember it took me forever to kind of really figure it out until I actually played this then myself, and then myself. I become plural. Until I actually played this then myself,
Of course.
and then I noticed that, well, I didn't really actually notice it, but a hint popped up and it was like, hey, you can spawn skeletons from the graveyards.
For honor.
And and that is appearing to be their dominant strategy in this whole section. But we'll try and nuke them down before they can summon a whole bunch of skeletons, just like that. Not a whole lot of terrain to go until we're done with this last little boat death, and we have over 10 minutes to do it. It's not a particularly difficult mission, even on harder difficulties. This is definitely a little bit stronger of a fighting force. I think that this is going to be the last push. We'll go ahead and lead in with Muradin because he can tank like a boss, throw down Thunderclap, and kill the Necromancers so that we don't have to deal with their many skeleton bullcrap that we've been having to deal with all this time. And we're going to definitely try and make sure that Muradin is absorbing most of the damage, and instead they appear to have killed one of our berserkers or something to that effect. Ah well. We're pretty much done with this whole mission. That was definitely the final push, I guess, of the the final defenses. Whatever. That was definitely the end of the undead scourge in this horrible, horrible wasted land. Except for all the undead that we have to fight in the next mission. And we'll close this out by a Stormbolt. Thank you all very much for watching.
Prince Arthas?
Quickly, my warriors! These murderous creatures have burned our ships and robbed you of your way home. Slay them all in the name of Lord Oran.
Damn beasts! Kill them all! Our ships are ruined. What will we do now?
Listen to me, all of you. There is no way home for any of us save through victory. In this land, we will stand or fall together. Now, return to the base and man your posts.
I totally forgot that he killed the mercenaries. That was a dick move, Arthas.